Hey, what's going on, guys? Listen, I had to bring you an update on what's going on with Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Drake's alleged freak-offs, the woof woof stuff, and most importantly, what's going on with Christopher Alverez. Now, if you guys don't remember, earlier I did a video saying that Christopher basically admits that Drake did something to him. Well, guess what? Christopher Alverez has come out and made a statement. And this statement's long. We're going to go into it. But I got to tell you, I'm going to read the statement and I have questions. But let me just get to the point. Christopher Alverez says he's not a victim. And you know what? I low-key feel sorry for him because this is Drake's mess. Drake has a lot going on, okay? So if he says he's not a victim, there's a lot of questions. And things aren't adding up. But you know what? Moving on, let's get into a statement. I'm going to give you my questions, and then we're going to put this to rest. Because at the end of the day, Drake is the focus, not Christopher Alverez. But listen to what he said, okay? Because this is really, really, really important. Again, they said the online speculation and ugly rumors, including that Drake may have been involved in a physical altercation with him, flattening his enormous struggles and equally enormous accomplishments. This was in an article that just got posted. I don't know what any of this means, said a bemused Alverez told the Eagle on Sunday. Although Alverez uses a wheelchair, he gets around and enjoys rubbing shoulders with celebrities and international pop stars, including DJ Khaled. That is the person that was implicated in the Puffy stuff, who gifted the reporter one of his chains in 2016 and has dreamed since high school of becoming a broadcast journalist. One of those celebs was Drake. I was with Drake that night because we briefly met after dinner, but all the accusations are false. Now, here's where I have questions, first of all. You were on your Instagram liking tweets saying that Drake did something to you. He liked the tweets. I have the screenshots. You know I be on it. Right? And then he started going on an unliking spree. A few other people on Twitter took those screenshots too. As a matter of fact, let's jump to those tweets that he actually liked. Because again, he says he's not a victim. He's not a victim. But am I going crazy? Is this a Mandela effect? Is this the butterfly effect? Look at this. This is from They Want CA. They Want CA. That's his They Want, I don't know. Anyway, that's his Instagram account. They said, who's Officer Viola at the NYPD? Why do they know Ebony Prince? He put a heart next to that. More importantly, Ebony Prince said, when Officer Ayola and his partner, Officer Wilt, entered my booth, they informed me that since there was a complainant present who alleged assault, they would have to take me in unless they saw footage or otherwise. I then had to locate this footage while encircled by them. Were it not for the rapport I had with these guys, I wouldn't even have got that. Luckily for me, that was a breeze. There's no need to call Miss Edward again. Charles said Christopher Alverez seems to be aware of the Ebony Prince situation. Skylar Rosenfelten said, we support you. The truth will come to light. He liked that. Nora's Affy said, who's Officer Viola at the NYPD? Do they know Ebony Prince? He liked that too. Corey 122C said, you got to come out and say that say what Drake and his team did, right? Another person said, what did Drake do? Another person said, what do you know about Drake, bro? Again, he's liking tweet. But you know what? Let's continue because, again, he says he's not a victim, so he's not a victim, and the real person is Drake. Now let's get into this too, right? He says, what follows is Alvarez's statements of the fact. Now he's saying I was with Drake that night because we briefly met after dinner, but all the accusations are false. What follows is Alvarez's statement of the facts. Who he actually is, why people should stop spreading misinformation about him, and how this whole debacle isn't just hurting him, but others in the disability community. He says, I had the privilege to be with Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and other celebrities who have been very nice to me, but I don't understand where it all got blurred with the fans. I can confirm that I was with Drake on the night of January 22nd, 2023. After his New York City concert with 21 Savage, I was called to meet Drake at the Mark Hotel. We had a blast listening to new beats. I'm not in a position to talk about his character outside of our meetings, but I can say I was not violated in any way. Growing up in a society that was not meant for me to succeed in, I would never put myself in a position that would further dehumanize the disability community. According to the CDC, approximately 80% of women and 30% of men with developmental disabilities have been essayed, and 1.8% of women with this disability have reported, RA, whatever, in the last 12 months. I know the struggle, and to be put in the light has been scary for my other friends in this community. Now, let me just say this. He brings a good point, and low-key, I feel very, very sorry for him. He says he's not a victim. The issue was whether he was violated. If they did something consensual, that's fine. I do find it funny. Not funny, haha, but funny. Interesting. If this was a woman being called to come to a international superstar's room to listen to beats at 3 a.m. in the morning. Have y'all ever paid a visit to someone's house at 3 a.m. in the morning? I'm just wondering. Because where I'm from, listen to beats. How do you know Drake? You got called. How did he get you? He got your number. Have y'all hung out before? Have you hung out since? He gave you a call at 3 a.m. in the morning to come to meet him at his hotel and listen to beats. But again, he says he's not a victim. Whatever happened was consensual. Okay. Now get this. He said there are rumors that our hotel security guard was fired for letting me wait inside the hotel instead of leaving me out to freeze. I believe this is true, and I feel bad. I'm sorry to him and his family. Good people doing good things out of the kindness of their heart should not be condemned. And the Mark Hotel should reassess who they put at the top of the food chain. Now, the Brooklyn Eagle has reached out to the Mark Hotel for comment. There's been no response as of yet. He said, lastly, I've been getting a lot of spam phone calls, texts, emails, and social media messages saying I'm the snitch in this beef and I accepted hush money from Drake and that I was somehow in on the plan because I follow underage high school girls. First, I don't know anything about Drake and Kendrick Lamar's beef because to me, life is too short to hate and I don't follow it. Okay, first of all, and again, I'm not going to go into them because yeah, when you have disabilities, whether mental or handicap, life is hard enough even when people consider you quote unquote nothing's So to have a disability, whether physical, mental, whatever, yeah, that's a lot. I find it interesting that something that as a reporter you follow for someone you are close enough for that you get up at 3 a.m. and go over to the Mark and wait for him to meet. Drake wasn't even at the hotel. He called you at 3 a.m. and told you to meet him there. And you got up at 2, I'm guessing sometime around 2 a.m., got dressed, put on some smell nice and went over there. And that you guys are such good friends that he had your home number to call you to come meet you. And you were waiting out in the cold and they let you in and the security guard got messed up. If you were one of Drake's friends, why didn't he send a driver to get you? You see what I'm saying? But this is going on. This is a rap beef that even the BBC, the Independent, everybody in the world, Newsweek, Time is reporting about it. You're a reporter. Your job is to stay on current cultural events. Drake, house being raided. You didn't care about, and this is a friend? And you're saying it's because you stay on top of that? I get what he was trying to say. right? You're not a petty individual and you don't stay on top of that. But I find it funny that a reporter whose job it is to stay on top of current events, and most people that are reporters, their nature is to be very curious. You somehow don't know anything about not even a beef, but just the fact that they're even a thing, because life's too short to hate, and I don't follow it. Okay, that's fine. I would have just said, like, I have no comment, because I think it's a little intellectually dishonest to say that you have no idea where everybody, even the president, put together a diss track after Kendrick Lamar and the Drake song. But let's continue. Second, I'm a hardworking journalist who holds elected officials and private entities accountable. I don't have rappers on speed dial to be the mole or snitch. Okay, so he's clearing himself. I never thought he was the mole or the snitch. I did at one time think he was a victim, but he said he was not violated in any way and he didn't get any hush money. There's a lot of questions. Moreover, Mr. Alverez's job issued this statement saying, going forward in light of recent hate speech incidents against Christopher and for his safety, they Wunch's publicity team has advised him to unfollow all minors. Please don't take this personally. We're just trying to protect him and his family, ensure he is kept delivering the impact journalism that really matters to him and his readers. You guys, everything is weird. But since he's not talking and Ebony Prince is being, talking in circles, what are we going to do? Why was he following minors is the question. Also, why is he locally implying there's a shady underage ring that he needs to separate from so not to be associated with whatever those other people are doing? But why even put that in an article at all? Like, who asked him to put that in an article? Y'all, yeah. But at the end of the day, you guys, I think he gave us the answers. Moving on, let's get back to focusing on Drake and whatever he's up to. Let's get back to focusing on Drake and whatever he is up to. All right. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. And listen, we're focusing back on Drake. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bye.